The right shirt.
I know. I'm nervous too. My freaking the collar on it was too big. The shirt fits good,
right?
But the collar keeps dipping in back into my throat, and I'm like,
1, 2, 3.
I'm choking.
A, B, C, D, and G.
Test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I know, right?
Alrighty. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome in. Like I said, the podcast title has not been solidified yet because I've tried to take a look at what I was actually going to put into here, and I've added a couple things. So now the title I do have or did have does not quite capture the scope of it, so it doesn't sound good enough. So for now, we're just going to call this the Burley Jacks podcast.
I like it.
And that comes from me. I'm Shane Burley Jacks Cart, and I'm just a gamer. Just got brought in with the local esports org here, Charlotte Phoenix, and I kind of like doing anything that deals with digital stuff. And I've done a lot of event coordination with them, so an event setup and breakdown. So hopefully that leads to something a little bit better. And over here on my right, your left probably when the video comes out, this is Jerray Bucnaked Links.
Yep, Mr. Bucnaked.
And go ahead and talk about yourself there.
Yeah, so this is my company, Bucnaked Bikini, and it started with a joke with a buddy with the name Bucnaked he gave me because I'm a crazy Bucks fan. Shout out to the Bucks. Hopefully you would do better next year, but
yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. So we started with the name Bucnaked, and he's like, "What can you do with this to make your name big?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." I was like, I'm good at chatting, good at customer service, so got to put that all together. So I was like, maybe I should try a bikini line. And he was like, all right, let's do it. So here I am now. This is my second year going on with the company. I did very well, actually, for my first year. It's kind of surprising. So I'm just ready to see what's next to come.
All right. So you kind of already went into what drove you to be an entrepreneur, which is my first question there. Anything other than that?
Well, I mean, other than who doesn't want to own their own business.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like a given.
I want to work for myself.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Isn't that the best thing?
I can't. I'm tired of waking up at 5 a.m. every morning.
I wish it was 5 a.m. for me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And we have the same job.
I know. It's Charlotte for you. But yeah, it was just, excuse me. When you start a business, you're like, I want to get my name out there. And I was like, what can I do basically to get that name out? Bucnaked. I just don't want Jerray wins. I wanted a theme, I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody catches on when you say the name Bucnaked. They're automatically like, oh, that's catchy. So
yeah,
just the whole, I was like, I got to make this name be a business. So that's how I all started, basically.
And I was thinking about rebranding my stuff, but I'm like, I can't, because as soon as people hear the name Burley Jacks, that sticks.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, people will remember that, and I'm like,
when I
I guess I'll keep that.
So when I send you stuff, is hey, I'm sending Burley Jack. You're no longer Shane. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's just
you gotta keep it going.
And it's not that I don't want it no more. It was just like I was trying to do bigger things and just trying to keep it like an online persona. So
right.
I was like, you know what? Fuck it. That's it. By the way, this ain't no PG-13
Yeah, I was about
podcast.
to say, I'm good with that too. It'll slip every once in a while. Don't worry. Yeah, I like it.
But so, and you already hit the next topic I was going to hit was like, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
Right.
You said right around 2 years, right?
Right. And for my plan, I wanted to go 3 years before I figured out to get pretty big. And so this first year was slow, putting a lot in work, a lot of hands-on, handing them out instead of just the online work. And it went well. Like I said, I didn't think it would do. I didn't do crazy numbers, but I did better numbers than I thought. I actually got most of my venue back or my money back. So
that's good.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
especially in that first year.
Yeah,
especially with the way you were doing it too, just trying to get the word of mouth going. Because you already sounds like you already had a process laid out, and you're like, all right, I'm going to follow this and see how it goes, and got the money back the first year. That's pretty good.
So that's why I was like, yeah, I'll take that. But this next year gonna be crazier, crazy.
Bucnaked. That's all he knows.
Yes, Bucnaked.
And then now you've done events just outside of Charlotte, or at least got the name outside of Charlotte for sure.
Right. So I did I guess my biggest event that I always have is Beer Olympics, which is our 3rd year going. Beer Olympics, y'all find me. I promise I'll have it on the site this year. But that's my thing. I just try to get my friends, family, just to hang out, celebrate the good things I did for the year, and I'll have beer for them, provide games, win prizes, stuff like that. My biggest thing for this year is I want to go to more, I guess, apparel or clothing events. Like I know Miami has some, Tampa has some, New York, LA. That's kind of big right now because I'm still in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
But they are places I do want to go. But events like that, I'm trying to get more into charities. I'm trying to get into more like softball events for just basically get the community all together. That's the biggest thing I want the community to be part. Yeah.
Trying to get the local area up and get the interest in there.
Yeah, get Charlotte on the map. Well, you're already there, but not in the bikini land.
The another one is and once again, that first little thing you did before you even started when you were introducing yourself, you kind of hit all the notes I was wanting to talk about.
I've been practicing.
But did you choose the market based off of passion or numbers as far as profitability?
For me, it definitely wasn't numbers because I can tell you now that it's not. I mean, there are bikini outlets here, but they're not doing numbers like Miami, Tampa, Vegas, like people, California, just where the beach is literally next to them. So we kind of had to drive. But it was more the passion because I seen like the prices people were paying for their bikinis, and I was like, I want to be able to get it out to them so it's more affordable so they can have different types. Like, if you got one bikini for the beach and you spend $60 on it, that's probably going to be the only bikini you have for the whole week.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, how can I get it to where I can mix-match all my bikinis and it looks different? You can have 3 pair or 3 sets, and that can make you 6 outfits for the whole week. So that was really the goal. I was like, I want to be affordable, and I want it to be where they can make more out of 1 or 2 sets.
And doing that kind of stuff that's definitely what, at least my viewpoint, that is what they want because they're like, hey, look at me. Like, I am not wearing the same thing every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that chick over there.
Yeah, exactly. I seen that at Target. I got the same one. Like, all right.
Oh, where'd you get yours?
Yeah.
Bucnaked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to hear more about passion while I'm doing this podcast than numbers.
Got you.
But we'll see how that goes.
I got you. I am there.
So what is like some of your favorite tools and facets for interacting with your customers or fans?
So the biggest one now is Instagram, and that's going to be probably my biggest platform because I'm able to reach everybody. Like, I have my 6 or 7 girls that I talk to every day about, hey, what's going on? What's the move in your city? What's the new style? What's the new thing? What's the new it? So I talk to them probably basically every day on Instagram. And then I tie in Facebook. Of course, I do all my online stuff with Shopify, which is actually very user-friendly for me because when I first came into this, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And Shopify lays out everything for you, like this. And I was like, all right, that's awesome. But I then on feet on the ground, I mean, that's the other way to market. But I guess my biggest new one I want to try to do is more Google ad. I dabbled in it a little bit, but I haven't did too much into it. So
Google ads?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're already on Instagram. You thought about Instagram ads?
Yeah, I did some of them, and they work, but they send it out to what targets my market. So say 50 guys like my pictures, so they're going to send all my things to the 50 guys. It's not sending out to the females that's buying it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you gotta dabble in it, and you gotta say, hey,
that's definitely what those dudes are doing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, that chick's hot.
Yeah, exactly. So that's been my biggest thing. I'm like, I get 700 likes, but it's 900 dudes basically. I'm like, how'd that happen? I'm like, I don't know, man.
All right, that's pretty cool. So any people or books that help influence the methods and what you did? Like you already had a plan going beforehand. Was that all you or
Right. It was I mean, people don't know her name is Jerray Michelle, and she dated a cowboy actually. I don't really care because I don't like the Cowboys, but she had hers is called Mint's swimsuits. So I seen her, and she was just she is an actress and a model and everything, but you seen her start her business from the beginning to the end, or the beginning to now where she is now. She's real big, competing with Victoria's Secret and stuff. So so it's like you see somebody who started from the bottom, and you just see him progress over the years, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually something doable because everything starts from from the ground up. I mean, every company, Google, Amazon, I mean, our base, everything started from just nothing, and then you had to build it up, and it takes time. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people, and that's another subject, but I think a lot of people think that it's going to be instant fame, instant gratitude, like it's going to happen. No, it takes time. And
hers even did, and she even had a tie-in with
that's what I'm saying. It's not like she had millions already, but then she was like, you know what, I want to go and do something else. Which that's another thing we talk about. People don't want to take that step to try.
I can't turn it.
Like that's a big
Bucnaked
step.
that
Bikini.
wrist, they're I'm
live
comfortable here.
podcast.
Right.
Burley Jack, money in the bank. I don't want to lose it. But hey, you gotta take that chance. Let's go,
Buck Nation's over money.
Charlotte.
you gotta figure that out. It can't
be
buck naked nation.
Well, it won't be Buck Nation. It's actually gonna be my Bucnaked Nooks.
There you go. I was hoping when I said that you was gonna throw it out there because I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, so that's my new thing. Bucnaked Nooks. It'll be coming out soon. A couple of my people already cheersing them. They know about it, but it's coming.
All right, well, kind of get back on track here.
Mm-hmm.
So you talked about, so you just had like the one person reference. So
right.
What is, in your mind, the number one key to success in your field or market?
Number one key to success is being relevant. So you got to move with the times. I think a lot of people think, hey, this is what people like, and this is what I'm going to sell, and they're going to buy it. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to appeal to your crowd. So me talking to people from different regions, different countries, different states, you see that, hey, some people like one pieces, some people like tube top, some people like two pieces, some just want everything covered up. So that's the thing. You have to figure out what's in and what's relevant to the times.
And I feel like with your business, it's kind of like you need more of a library than most.
Right, exactly.
Because, like you said, different countries, different regions,
right.
Even in the U.S., it's just like, well, over here, we like the one pieces.
Right.
And then over there, we're all about those really small,
right.
thin two pieces. And so you're like, oh, well, I mean, all that's your live video pause. What the hell is that?
I don't know. I got good enough internet. I don't know.
Probably. But, yeah, so definitely I would agree with that. Because
right.
when I was looking at this question, thinking about you, I was like, I don't know how he's going to answer that because I don't know anything about trying to do anything like that.
I can tell you this. I thought that the more mom-type bikinis would be top sellers. Absolutely not.
No.
People, people want to show skin at the beach, and I should have thought about that because if you're at the beach, what are you there for? Get tan, have fun, relax, let it loose.
Well, yeah, but I know where you were getting at it because right when you started this business, people were starting to get real crazy about, being offended, and those type of moms, as you put it, they can ruin it.
Yeah, I know.
They will shut you down with those comments. They will bring that army.
Yep.
That fucking Karen army will be all over your ass.
Yeah, and Karen, they started with me for a little bit, but I was like, you know what? I mean, it's the customer is always right, man. Either your customer or you're not, so.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, and then the number one success story you have with a customer or a fan. So, I guess in your case, it would probably be a customer.
Yeah. So, I guess most surprising one was right after Christmas or the day of Christmas, I ordered a new style of bikini. It's a one piece, and I'm sitting there and I was like writing up my stuff for Shopify, putting in the details. What type is a pixie stick? That's what it's called. And I'm putting it in, and then as soon as I hit enter, it was like maybe 30 seconds later, some dude bought one from Texas, and it was like, dang, like I got power. Or not, I'm saying I got power, but I got enough, I guess, not pizzazz. I'm looking for the term. I can't think of it right now, but I got enough. I'm gonna go with power, whatever, to get it out to Texas within 30 seconds of doing it. I was like, all right, this is legit.
Man,
yeah.
That was just the product went live 30 seconds later.
That's what I'm saying. And this is somebody I never talked to this dude, and I thanked him. I was like, appreciate you doing. He was like, well, I like your stuff, and that's my wife's gonna love it. And I was like, that's awesome. So
man, that's real cool.
Yeah.
So you already have built up enough following, at least with that one guy.
Right.
He was already keeping an eye on your store.
That's what I'm saying,
Like he's
yeah.
looking for that new.
And I was
That
like,
new.
yeah, because I send the emails out to all my customers every time I got something new. So, but he was on it. Appreciate it. And Wayne, appreciate it. If you watching.
What's that question?
Influence. Yes, it's influence, Maggie. Thank you. I have big influence on people.
No, it'd be influence on the business.
Yeah. But she the word I was looking for is I have that much influence. I
Yeah.
messed up.
Alrighty, and I don't know if you've gotten to this point in your business, but any approach methods that you have used for any partners or investors?
Some I have. Yeah, it was for me. I want to get the business going so bad that I don't really try to find investors, or I don't go searching for, hey, I need you to help me. I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I need to believe in myself. So if I don't get it going, then who's gonna believe in me, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I was like, I got to prove to people that, hey, I'm trying to get it. So I figured my first 2 years, it's going to be hard for me to just walk up to somebody and say, hey, I got a company going. Do you want to invest? They're going to be like, well, show me the numbers. And I'm like, well, I don't have that much. And like, okay, I'll tell you next time.
This is what I got in a year.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. I think this year now, when I'll have more videos out. I have more, this is one thing podcast. Appreciate it. This will get me out. More content will be out. And I think that I'll have people say, okay, I actually see where he's going now. So I want you to be part of this.
Yeah. And I think that Bunker Labs event we went to the other night probably help you kind of get that feel for what people are going to be asking you.
Right.
And these were people just interested in what you're doing and why you're at this event more than partners or investors. And they start asking you questions. You're like, oh, well.
If you don't have nothing, then you. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? I'm using this room over here.
Yeah, exactly. I bought a beer. Like, so, yeah, I feel you. I'm cut a lot off. Hey, Lucien, Justin.
Give a shout out to everybody.
Yeah, I'm done. They asked too many questions. I didn't like it. Hey, that was a famous dude on there. Okay, country star. Hey.
Okay.
Shout out to you, Riley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I do know, because I'm waiting on one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you'd call it a partnership, but you have been working with somebody else here local.
Yes, I have. With my homies.
So was that like would you consider, like, did you know him beforehand?
Yes, this is
okay.
Trom. This is Malik and Amanda. Shout out to y'all. Big shout out to y'all. I met them. I played basketball with Malik a lot, and I went to school with Amanda. So I seen them starting up their company where they're printing out, and they were like, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know. And I was like, all right, well, I got 50 shirts or how many shirts I want to do. And they're like, all right, you know what? We got you. And it was like 3 days they had me. So that's why that's what I'm saying. I've been loyal to these guys. They've helped me out when I've been in a rut. They'll be like, hey, we can get it to you in 4 days. Is that fine? I'm like, yes, that's awesome. So that's why I stick with them. I got a cousin, Tiffany. Shouts to Tiffany. She made most of my shirts too. But hers are more handcrafted, so it takes a while to get hers done. Yeah, so hers is more stitched in like golf shirts. She's got stuff like that. And then other than that, most of my stuff comes from overseas, the bikini line at least. So those are the big three that help me out, I guess, or big two.
I wasn't sure because I already knew about Trom, and so I was like, well, I mean, was that more of like a partnership thing that happened, or I didn't know if you knew him beforehand? Right. It was just them, I guess.
I seen their things online. They were doing great stuff, and then they blessed and helped me out. So, and speaking of that, I need them hats. He wants one. We gotta get them hats out.
Trust me, me having that will help him out a lot. Mm-hmm. He already saw what kind of influence I have.
Oh yes. Yes, this man right here, I see in a year or two will have a podcast every day.
And then, how about research time before you took the leap? Okay,
so I started in 2018, where I talked to the buddy about it, and I had my other buddy Vince. Shout out to Vince too, because he actually drew the Bucnaked Bikini symbol, and I told him, I was like, hey man, I need something to get my company going. I need a logo. And he was like, well, you got to give me something. And I was like, all right, well, I would just want the B to be a bikini. I just know that much. So this dude started drawing it up, and it probably took him like a week and a half or so. And he came up with this symbol, and I was just like, I love it. Like, I'm ready to go to business. So, like, start it now. So it took me about 6 months of research, just going on different sites to find suppliers, seeing who's the cheapest, how fast I can get them, and then just talking to ladies just around Charlotte, just like, what's your favorite style of bikini? And they sent me pictures. I probably had like 200 pictures of bikinis.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just this is the style we like, Jerray. Can you do this more curvier, or can you get it with the belly showing or without? So it was just like going through and seeing between all those 200, like, this is my top 10. So I got 10 bikinis my first year. I bought them, and I sold the majority of them. So it worked out.
And then, so the next question was about if you use any ads or promotions and how you felt about them.
Right. So I did, like, we talked earlier about it, the promotion stuff. So I have used IG promotions, and I use Google a little bit, dabbled in that. Facebook, I use promotions. And then Facebook. Shopify has a little one, but it's not that big.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I saw that when I was doing a trial.
But the IG and the Facebook, okay, so Facebook one, it was fun, but then it got weird because it's just appealing to every single person who just clicked my ad. And you just have people from other countries just saying, hey, I want you to come and hang out with me. I'm like, I'm selling bikinis, bro. This is not a not prostitution ring, but
yeah. It's no escort business.
Yeah, this is not a trafficking ring, so this is me trying to get out. So the Facebook one, I was done with it. IG, the first time I did it, it appealed to so many ladies that it went. Vegas was getting me up. California, Arizona. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So the second time I did a promotion, I don't know if I tweaked it wrong or if I put something in wrong, but it went to all men instead of all females.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so then I was like, I'd have 500 dudes just liking it and just saying, oh, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. I'm like, no, this is a bikini company. It's not me.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. So I think I need to tweak it more, but I think IG promotion is probably going to be my best thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty weird how that would happen.
Yeah, it did. I was a little nervous. I was like, okay.
Oh, what did I get into?
Yeah. Hey, honey. No. Stop it.
And then how do you feel about approaching other people or businesses for guidance or ideas on improvements?
I actually love it. I love talking to anybody who talks business, just anybody that tells me or gives me critiques. They're like, hey, you need to do this, or maybe if you went this route. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen to you, and I'm going to put it in, and I'm like, hey, this actually worked. And if they show me love, then I'm like, hey, I appreciate it, and I'll show them love. Like, they'll have their company, and I'll be like, you know what? You show me love, I'll show you the max love. So that's how it is. Yeah, you want to listen to anybody who's, even people that's has a business that's just started, to the people who's been in 50 years. You want to listen to everybody because everybody's angle can help you make yourself better. So that's how I look at it.
Okay. And then how have you approached people like that?
Well, I guess more so is you see them and you're like, I don't want to sound like a desperate fan, but I'm just like, sir, blah, 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 this is me. I'm starting my new company. Like, can you give me tips on what's going on? And most of the time, they're very open to it. Anybody I've ever asked, they're open to tell me, hey, this is what I did. Might work. It worked for me, but it might not work for you, so you need to go a different route. So that's the biggest one. And then people tell you more. I think you learn more, too, is they tell you their failures, what they did wrong. So when they tell you what they did wrong, you're like, okay, I seen this dude go this route, so I don't want to go this route.
That's pretty cool that you're getting that kind of feedback early on.
You definitely, I'm telling you, you get a lot of feedback because people want to see other people succeed. It's very rare that you run into a business person who doesn't want you to be good, unless you're like just trying to destroy their company, which right now I don't think I can destroy Victoria's Secret, even if I wanted to. Like, I got nothing for them.
Yeah, that'd be
monster.
Like, yo,
monster
Victoria's
moves.
Secret, I'm coming for you.
Exactly. If Pink's out the door, I'm good. Coming for y'all, Pink.
Mm-hmm. So, so speaking on what you just talked about, people saying, you know, hey, this is what I did when I started. what are some of the lessons you learned from starting up?
Biggest thing, don't be nervous to start. And me and you've talked about it. I've talked to our coworker Matt. Shouts to him. It's just if you you can easily talk yourself out from starting your business.
Oh,
It's
it takes
easy.
like 5 seconds max.
Yeah, you can easily just be like, I'm not doing this. If you just got to go and do it. So that's my biggest thing. If you're gonna do it, you got to just get started. Yes, you're gonna take losses at the beginning, but who started out on top? It's very rare that somebody other than YouTube stars I know that just come from $5 and make millions of dollars in a year.
Yeah,
So.
and like I can't remember what I was listening to or what I was reading, but I did see something. It was like most people, it's like they're anywhere from third to fifth business,
Right?
That actually
exactly
takes off.
Yeah.
But the problem is you need that experience.
Yes, you do. You got to see, like you said, you got to see where you fail. Like, hey, I went this route this time. Let's go this route. And it might work. It might not. And if you don't, hey, that route didn't work. Hey, third route. You got to keep going until you get it and make it popping. So that's my thing. I'm like, I know I'm going to be failing in the wintertime. I know that's one of my big things.
Mm-hmm.
Wintertime, it's real slow. So I was like, I got to find something else. So that's when I came with shirts, hats, koozies, going to shows, and just promoting more. Yeah.
Trying to get that word out right before spring.
Exactly. So now spring break's coming out here in March, and they're like, hey, we need this. I need 10 of them for my family. I need 10 for my bachelorette party. Hey, I'm there. Boom. So I've just been stacking up inventory, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's a good one. I can't wait to hear the advice that I get. It's advice for me for sure, but and for everyone listening, it's definitely advice for you. But for them, they're just talking about it, and so they don't feel like that anymore because they've experienced it and moved on, and so it's like, oh, it's just another story to them.
Right.
But that's the kind of stuff you really want to listen to for sure. And then, so what are some of your hobbies outside of your business?
Outside of my business, I guess other than hanging with the kids, hobbies. We went snowboarding a couple weeks ago. I like to do that. Expensive sport, but I do like to do that. Golfing is, matter of fact, let me talk about this golfing thing. I'm going to be the next Tiger Woods. You just wait. Jerray Wentz, Bucnaked, will be on the PGA
That
Tour.
slot's slowly opening up.
Yeah, I probably won't be on there, but
might be on that pro am.
Yeah, I take that. But that is another thing. I love to golf. I mean, it clears your mind. It's you individually making yourself better or worse. It's no team effort. It's either you're having a good day or you're having a bad day. And it's just like business. Some days you're having a bad day. Some days you're having a good day. But you keep going no matter what. First hole, you do bad. All right, second hole, I got it. Then you do good on that one. Third hole, I'm doing bad again. So it's just ups and downs. So it's kind of a sport that I like. And I guess it tests your mental a little bit. So that's why I like that. Other hobbies, I'm trying to think what else I do. I go to a few breweries every once in a while, but bowling, that's a big one that me and the lady like to do, even though she beats me. And that's not going to keep happening in 2020. I'm done with that.
It's one of the new goals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that.
Talk that up on the board.
Yeah, exactly. That 101 average to 120. I'm trying to get that.
I don't even know if I'm that bad. I'm terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. I want to talk about it. So that's some of the things I do all the time.
Nice. And I'm surprised you didn't work in the Bucnaked.
Bucnaked Bikini.
Or no, I'm just talking about like Buck Nation. I mean.
Oh, you talking about the either the Nooks or you talking about like my football team?
Your football team.
Yeah, that's a big hobby. Shane knows, Burley Jack, sorry. He knows about how I feel about my Bucks, but
I also know what kind of room he has dedicated for that stuff.
Yes, I'm definitely probably one of the biggest fans in Charlotte. I know for a fact in Charlotte.
Oh no, there's nobody else in Charlotte.
But
trust me, if you've been to a Panthers-Bucks game,
that's what I'm saying.
You've seen this guy.
This is my 10th year that I've been in a row. I haven't missed one, so
he's the only one out there.
Yep.
Down on the little alley or pathway. I don't know what the thing's called. I don't really go to football games too much.
Yeah, I'm front row every game for that one.
He's got that giant flag, and he's out there just shaking it. So trust me, if you've been to a Panther-Buck game, you've seen this guy.
Yes, Buck Nation. It's a Bucks life. What the Bucks, especially, shout out to them. I want to give them a big shout out. What the Buck does a lot of things for the community, and I love them, and they showed me a lot of love. So, What the Buck Nation, shouts.
So, what are some of your favorite spots in CLT?
Favorite spots to go. All right, this is very easy. Nah, just kidding. Top Golf. I love to go to Top Golf. Only thing I hate about Top Golf is everybody else likes to go to Top Golf. So I wish they would build another one, which I doubt because they talked about it.
Actually, they already are.
So they are going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Rebuttal. I'm happy. There's another one being built. Other than that, the new, was it Pins Mechanic Company? Have you been there?
Pins Mechanical?
Yeah.
I have not. I saw a post from, I don't know who it was last night on Instagram.
Right.
They had some stories, and I was like, wow, that offered a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
That place is amazing.
And where's that at?
That is it's on, what's the Yum Yum Burger? What's that thing? It's right across the street. So is that more South End?
Oh, on South? So
Yeah.
this is South End.
Well, it's not South End. Sorry. It's South Boulevard. So it's right there near, I'm telling you, where you and Jeremy went for Yum Yum Burger. Y'all didn't like them.
You mean Bang Bang?
Bang Bang Burger.
Okay.
Yum Yum Burger.
Yeah,
It hasn't
yeah.
opened yet. I'm opening that. I keep saying it. I might as well open it. So Bang Bang Burger.
So it's over there?
Yeah. It's right beside it. It's legit like in the same parking lot.
Oh, okay. So that other brewery must have shut down.
Yes.
Because there was like a small brewery or
It looks
beer
like
place there.
It looks like it was an old brewery, but they got everything you think of: beer pong, bowling.
I saw like it was
video
like,
games,
the
arcade,
beer
everything.
pong. It's like
Huge.
55-gallon drum
Just
and a
what I'm saying.
volleyball or something like
That's what I'm
that.
saying. It's like basketball, beer pong.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of people. You actually see a lot of famous people in there. So that's another place I like to go.
That's right off Tryon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I know exactly where that's at because it's right there by those houses that were like condemned.
Mm-hmm.
But then
yeah,
people still
exactly.
live
Yeah,
there.
it's like as soon as you pass up or go out the back, you're like, okay, where am I at?
It's like, ooh.
I'll go back. I'm gonna go back. So there, I go to a lot of nights games. So I mean, you'll see me out there a good bit. That's one of my favorite places. Baseball. I would love for us to have an MLB team, which I'm pretty sure in the works because we got a soccer team.
Oh, David Tepper is not stopping.
That's what I'm saying.
With the soccer team.
I know.
No,
I can see it.
He's gonna get a turkey for sure. At least.
Yes. So that to me, I always like the nights, even as a kid when they're in Fort Mill, just going out there chasing balls. That was pause, but chasing baseballs,
slapping them balls.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great time. So just anything like that. I'm very simple. I mean, I act crazy. I know I'm crazy, but anything that's mellow, like I go to a jazz concert or country music. Oh,
yeah, I was like, I'm surprised he hadn't said anything about that.
PNC, baby, you are going to see me. Coyote Joe's, you see me a good bit, but y'all a little wild in there. So,
well, I've been there once with this guy, and I don't think he's ever going to go back with me again.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, wherever the window is, we need to get.
You mean in a car and me driving?
Yeah, do that.
But
I got my plate already in there for that.
But yeah. Talking back at the Topgolf thing, so they got the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
They have another one,
the suite. I've seen that.
That's been open for like 3 months. But yeah, they're building another location. I think it's up by Concord Mills.
Okay, that makes sense. There's a lot of space out there, but I love, like I said, I love it. I went to Myrtle Beach. I've been to one in Myrtle Beach. I've been to one in Tampa. It's one in Atlanta now that I want to go to. It's fun time, man.
Yeah, I keep trying to go, but I just never have a good time for anybody else. So I just haven't got a chance to go yet.
That's what I say. You're gonna have a 2-hour wait, so you got to just clear out your calendar.
So
Piedmont Social Lounge too. I forgot. Sorry.
Piedmont Social Lounge.
Yes, very good.
I know where that's at.
It's like near what, Arsley?
Yeah, Airsley.
Airsley, that's it. Yeah.
So another right off Tryon.
Yes, I guess that area is the best. Tryon, or y'all stand up. Y'all got the best stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Alrighty. So that kind of wraps up some questions I had involving you and your business and how you came about. I will say I thought that I had more, but I can't remember now that I'm trying to look at this paper and I'm like,
that's good content, man. That's very good content because, hey, we're trying to get it out here. We're trying to get it out to everybody in Charlotte. Like, I mean, I love it here. I've been here 34 years. So I love just getting the name out, representing this city. It's awesome.
Oh, so you born
and raised here.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've only been here, what is it? It's 2020, so I've been here 14 years.
Yeah, you came from another land.
Entirely. People like West Virginia. What the hell?
Hey, I got some good slopes.
I was like, where'd you go snowboarding, motherfucker?
I love it.
All right, so now that we've gotten to know what Bucnaked is here doing in Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
I'll post their descriptions down below here in the video and also on the page below. So there's a link. But so that's Bucnaked for you.
Yes, it's me in the flesh. Yeah, shouts out to Burley Jack. Appreciate you having me on here, man. Everybody that's with me, Trom, just any of my homie Vince with his music, y'all need to come down here. Get your podcasts out, get your name out, because, I mean, only social media can do so much. People want to see your face. People want to know how you are. People want to know if they can interact with you. They want to feel you more than just see you posting stuff. So I like this, that we're getting the name out. People see who I am, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought Bucnaked was a girl. So
yeah,
it's good to see.
And he's not lying. So like we came in here, there's more business in here than I thought, but I'm using a recording studio here at Tabris here, and that's a co-working space here in Charlotte. So basically, outside this studio, there's a lot of businesses, and he happened to get to meet the owner for it, Jeff Brokaw, which hopefully, fingers crossed, y'all see an episode for him on here.
Dude's awesome.
And there's just so many other people in here that you could probably talk to any given day, because they're in and out of here. Mm-hmm. And that's they do a lot of events here for local entrepreneurs. And I took Bucnaked to one. It was actually both our first ones here outside of like a grand opening. But and it was nothing but entrepreneurs just trying to interconnect and mingle and see, like, you know, hey, I have an interest in maybe helping you, or hey, I think our businesses might be able to work out something together.
Yep, it's awesome. It was a good time.
So that being said, shout out to Tabris and Jeff, John, the owners, and then Paige here, who's always hooking me up. I'm always bothering her with stuff.
Yes, thank y'all for having us. Thank you very much.
But so here we are at the closing of it. We're through figuring out what Jerray and Bucnaked are all about. It's really hard for me to look at him outside of work and not call him Bucnaked instead of Jerray.
Hey, I like it.
But since the business's name is Bucnaked, I can't say Bucnaked and Bucnaked.
Right, exactly.
It just is like you got Dumb and Dumber.
Exactly, yeah. Basically.
But we're also here to meet other people, or at least I am, and get to know what else is here in the Charlotte area. So that being said, what are some of the other local entrepreneurs you think are interesting?
The biggest one, like I say, was Trom Clothing. I think that was a big one in Charlotte. Or they're based in Indian Trail, but I think Charlotte would get a lot of love from them. Let's see, what other company? Of course, Burley Jack's podcast is going to be one of my favorite podcasts coming up soon. So I'm happy to hear and see that. With Charlotte, I mean, it's a lot of business out here that I see. I know the Charlotte CLT Clothing. I like them a lot. They show a lot of love to the city. You see a lot of stars wearing it. I mean, Greg Olson, he's gone, but still, he was a big star here. So you just, like Ron Vera, you just like seeing the local people making it to you, the people who have power to influence. And that's the biggest thing. You want to get it to people who have power to influence. And people in Charlotte have more power than they think. So that's mine.
All right, that's cool. And here we get down to like a two-way street. Are there any questions you have for me?
Yes, I have a lot of questions for you. So, with your podcast, what's your ultimate goal? Like, why are you doing this?
So, my ultimate goal for this podcast is mainly, like I just said a second ago, it's just kind of to meet people. Mm-hmm. And I've only been in the city for 14 years, and I've never really felt like super attached to it. But the last few years, I've had a chance to meet some people and meet some entrepreneurs here, and just the passion they have for this city and just the way the city grows. Like, I want to, in some way, be a part of how this city or the people in it are growing.
Right.
And I feel like this is gonna do it. But also, there's gonna be like hopefully three parts to the podcast. It won't just be like there's like different series.
Right.
So, you know, you got the one where you're meeting like local entrepreneurs.
Right.
And then I'm gonna have one that hopefully it'll probably just be more one-on-one, or I mean just like a me only talking video, and that's gonna kind of be on esports.
Right.
Because that's the next big passion of me, obviously. You know, I say next big passion, but I remember Halo 2 days trying to get in with MLG, so that takes me back.
I was just about to ask you that. I was like, what is your favorite games, and I see the Charlotte Phoenix. I'm like, so what's the best thing that Burley Jack is good at? What is he good
Burley
at?
Jacks is not good at any video game.
That's fine.
I just like having fun.
I guess.
So like the big games I play are Overwatch and Apex and Rocket League.
Gotcha.
That's now when you say is Burley Jacks good at, were you talking about the games?
Yes.
I
Are you
imagine,
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean,
I make
hey.
gold 3 in Rocket League. I'm getting better in Apex.
Okay.
I'm just it's kind of weird with the game. Either I'm getting like almost double-digit kills a game, but I won't win it. I'll get like top 3, or I'll just have a game and I say it works out for me. But the experience I want is I like to challenge everything. That's what we call it in video games.
Right.
Like you hear a fight over there, you're like, let's go get that. Like
Exactly.
we're challenging that.
Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins.
Well, you think you're coming out on top? No,
Yeah,
you ain't.
Yeah, sure.
But so and I'll run into like very few people and then get the W.
Right.
So I'll have like it's a team. It's a three-man party. It's just how you drop in. So it's kind of kills are spread. So like when you don't run into a lot of teams, I'll finish like with 3 kills, and I'm like, I don't want to share that. Like I got 3 kills and we got a W, but as a team, we may have gotten like 9 to 12 kills, or something like that.
I got you.
But yeah, so
that's awesome though. So what are some of the spots that if we were in Charlotte, we would run into Burley Jack at?
Before I messed my back up really bad. I mean, it was already really bad, but after the accident, about a year later, it got really bad. But axe throwing was like one of my big passions. So that was really fun. But I think now, if you were to be here in Charlotte, they're not going to be called. They've gone through a lot of changes. It started off as Lumberjacks.
Okay.
Shortly changed to Axe Club of America for the name because of legal stuff.
Right.
But they just got bought out by the biggest axe throwing thing that started in Canada and now has locations in the U.S. But it's called Battle.
Gotcha.
BATL for Backyard Axe Throwing League. And so that's where they'll be. There's one in Plaza Midwood. There's one in South End that's like, I don't know, 6 minutes from here. And then there's one in Winston-Salem. And I think they're going to be opening up more. But you'll probably see me at that Charlotte Beer Garden.
Gotcha. Yeah, it definitely looks.
I tend to do breweries, unlike you don't really go out and do breweries.
Not much.
That's kind of what I tend to go out and do. But I would like to, I didn't know about that Penn's Mechanical place. That awesome. sounds like something I'd like to go do.
Yes.
Like stuff that has activities that's what I like.
I was going to say, I think all their beers are local too. It's all their stuff. It's not, I mean, they still have, but like Blue Moon, stuff like that. But the majority, majority of their drafts are their beers that they make. And I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, like they actually have
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
That's
so
awesome.
They're making use of that old brewery that they took over. Okay.
Took me a while to figure out which one tastes like Bud Light, but I got there.
I got there. But yeah, I mean that's kind of where it's at, and hopefully here at Tabris. Hopefully I'm in and out there, and then any esport event that might be in the city. I usually shout it out a lot. You can follow Charlotte Esports / Charlotte Phoenix and hear them all. But that's kind of typically what I do.
So last question from me: where, if I'm looking for Burley Jack, would I find him next time in Charlotte in 2020? Where would the next event that you'll be at?
Well, the next one, we already have one planned March 7th. Hopefully this video is up before that. But it's going to be a Rocket League tournament. That's over at Boxman Studios, which is a business that does like modular shipping containers.
Okay.
So like when you go to like football games or like expos, you'll see these like small little, what they looks like platforms, trailers, like little displays, but they were actually shipping containers at some point. And that's what they do. They make those all mobile. And
I heard that too.
That helps with the space because they have like a 40,000 square foot warehouse, I think.
Gotcha.
That's huge.
Nice.
So they're running the Rocket League event in there, and it's a collegiate one. So it's basically all college teams that are there.
Nice.
That's probably the next thing I'll be at. I'm looking at hopefully being at the Beers, Bacon, and Barbecue event. But
I ain't heard of that.
I don't know if I'll be able to get to that because I think it's that weekend.
I got you.
And if it's not, I saw it over a drill weekend, and I was like,
it'll be all right.
But yeah, I don't. As far as events, I don't really head out to a lot of events, mainly because I'm just too busy.
Got you. I understand.
Because I say too busy, and I try to keep the money into what I'm trying to get started right now in 2020.
Gotcha.
So the next event would be that, and maybe that beer, bacon, and barbecue thing. But as much as I said I love the city and stuff like that, I don't actually get to go to most of the events.
Right.
As well.
Yeah,
So.
me too. I feel you on that. Need to get out there more. Burley Jack and Bucnaked will be out more. I promise you. Give us time.
I already told my wife, I was like, this year especially, I was like, you were probably not going to see me a lot.
Right.
Because I'm trying to get something out there.
Right.
Get something started, so I need to be out there.
Because I'm saying, yeah, the hard work, yeah, you pay for hard work. And people, I think sometimes people forget that you got to put in the work to make it to where we're together every day.
And I'm seeing now that I'm not in a big enough portion of it, and you probably have, because I know you've traveled with Bucnaked or for Bucnaked.
Right.
But we both have a military background, so it's, I think when you're starting a business, like that family, that support system, they're getting stressed a lot, just like they would be if you were, because you're not around a lot, like at all. So it's.
That's a good analogy. I didn't think about that.
I didn't until I talked to Jordan about it. I was like, I felt like this was when I was first talking about any deployments I had.
Yeah, that's very true.
I was like, oh man, I was like, you're gonna not see me a lot because of work schedules and like typically her days off are when I'm going out to do stuff.
Right.
So she doesn't really like that, but that's it's a compromise that she was willing to have.
That's a good analogy.
And when she sees me slacking off, though, she's like,
"Yeah, exactly.
I thought you said you weren't going to be out here because you're doing stuff. What are you doing?"
Exactly. All right, I'm packing my bag. I'm out. That's awesome.
I've kind of hit my guest plugs or promotions. Did you have any promotions going on or plan on any that you want to announce on the podcast at all?
Yeah, I mean every time. All right, every day we have the Bucnaked. If you put the code in, that's free shipping, and that's every day. I've never changed that one from day one, but it's something that I give the people I know that's going to come back every day. And now that I'm putting it out, hopefully they'll see, oh, he's willing to pay for the shipping because y'all are getting a great quality and you're showing me support. So
I'll put that code down below.
Yeah, exactly. So Bucnaked's one. Coming up for March, definitely spring break time. There will be a 2-for-1 on most of my bikinis. So just look out for the code on bucnakedbikini.com. It's pretty simple. I'm the only one. There's another dude out there that sells like deer meat, but that's Bucnaked. That's completely different. If you go on that site, you ain't getting no bikinis. So, but yeah, we always have promotions. Watch out for me mostly during the spring, summer, for concert tickets. I try to give out concert tickets a good bit. Or just anything. Bucnaked Beer Olympics. This will be the third year. We're trying to go Charleston, Myrtle Beach, or we thought about Atlanta Beach, but I think we're going to skip that one. Or Savannah. So
Savannah would be bad.
Yeah, so one of those three places I will be having my Beer Olympics again. It's a good time. Friendship. You meet different people that I'm good friends with, and we just do what we got to do. Champion always wins a great prize. So
nice. I saw some pictures from the last one. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, we was Lake Norman. Shout out Lake Norman. That was awesome. A little cold though.
Alrighty. So like I said, big shout out to Tabris for letting me use the studio here.
Big shout. Thank
definitely
you.
Check them out if you're looking for a studio. They got a table with these 4 mics, 4 headsets, a really nice mixing board, and a really nice camera, as you can see here. I'm actually downgrading the quality because I'm using my laptop instead of an actual computer because my computer's like mid-grade, but it's pretty good. And then, like I said, support your local esports team, Charlotte Phoenix, Bucnaked. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for having me, man.
I think that does it for us. So
yes, sir.
This will be Brother Jack signing off.
Yep.